Hi guys, it's the end of week 4 and I'm just going to show you how I measure myself. I'm in the same clothes that I wore in week 1 on purpose. So yeah, let me just get into it. I might have to speed this up a little bit because I want to talk about my eating, which was terrible this week. Okay, so I weighed myself last night and yesterday, and all week long I've been getting crazy numbers. I've been up and down, and that's primarily due to the time of day that I've been eating, what I've been eating, and also I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, and also my exercise patterns. So that all comes into play. So this morning it was 126.5. This last night it was 128, and that was around 6 o'clock, and right now it's I weighed myself at 8 o'clock. So I am going to do my body fat first, and I already showed you how I set this up, so I'm just going to hurry up and go right through, get to my settings, and looks like I gained 1 pound since last doing this. Sorry, pull these down a little bit and push that back so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so start at arm's length and start. So I'm at 19.5 and 22.6. And I usually do 3 readings, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that reading. Let me write that down before I forget. And BMI 30.6. And I'm very upset that I lost all my videos from when I started, because my external hard drive just died. So moving on, most importantly, I'm going to measure my right arm, my right thigh, and I told you the reasoning behind that, just because, or did I? Your dominant side tends to be larger than your non-dominant side. When I ran track to see which foot I would lead off of, my coach had me stand with my eyes closed, and then he pushed me from the back, and that side, the right side, was the foot that I chose to support myself. So that's your dominant leg. That's how you can kind of figure out your dominant leg if you didn't think you had one. And of course the hand that you write with is your dominant hand. Sorry again, it's taking me so long. Okay, so to measure my arm, which tends to be the hardest part because I'm not using my dominant hand to do this, I measure right in the biggest part of my bicep. And I don't put a finger in between, I kind of just loosely let it go where it's going to go. And that looks like it's 10 3/4. So I'm going to write that down. That hasn't changed. And I do the same thing for my thigh. I try not to flex. Once I get it around, just let it go where it wants to go. And that's about 22. So my thighs have grown. And now the hips, I go around the widest part of my butt, because your hip actually connects inside here, so you can't really measure your hip. So this is really a circumference of your butt and whatever. Alright, so that's about 36. and that hasn't changed. So all my weight has gone to my thighs apparently. But wait, my waist. I do this right over my belly button. Make sure that it's smooth all the way around. And that's about 27.5. And that has gone down. Okay. And Body Shop, you kind of saw, I look the same. I think I've gotten a little more definition in my hamstrings, so that might be where some of the circumference comes from, but not really. And you can kind of see I'm still a little over my pants. There's no such thing as spot training, so if I'm going to shrink here, I'm going to shrink here, and it's all going to basically look the same. I have a little bit of definition here, not as much as last week because I did lose, I guess, some muscle. There you go. Okay. I wanna quickly clarify the difference between cravings, which I talked about last week, and binge eating. A craving is sudden and specific. Like, you could say, I want a slice of pizza, and you're not satisfied until you get a slice of pizza. You can have some chips, you can have some pretzels, you can have some cheese, you can have some pasta with red sauce, but your body's not satisfied, or your mind's not satisfied until you get that pizza. And that is a craving. Binge eating is continuous and progressive. Like, you may not even want anything to start with. You may start out with a craving, let's say that pizza again, and you have the pizza. Next thing you know, you have some cookies, and then after that you have a bag of chips, and then after that you might even throw something healthy in and have a salad, and then after that you have 2 or 3 milkshakes. It's continuous, and you're never really satisfied. Even though your body feels full, you feel satisfied, there's something there's more of a psychological aspect to it where you cannot stop. And that's where my problem came in on Monday, and actually Friday as well. I didn't necessarily have a craving. It's not like I went there and I'm like, I need blueberry butter loaf. I saw it, I wanted it, and after I had it, I was fine, and then I went on to the next and the next, and I sat there knowing that I don't need to eat anymore, and I just kept downing everything in sight. So that's binge eating, and that's the difference. Cravings, specific and sudden, and binge eating, progressive and continuous.